Alright, boys and girls, this is part 3 of my playthrough Kaiserreich Hearts of Iron for the Ottoman Empire. Sorry, and we will jump right into it. In the last episode, we started playing and did 3 focuses, and now we have to choose what to do with the Aliye Emniyet Hizmeti. Aliye means great. It derives from the word Ali, which is Old Turkish for Ulu, which means great. So Aliye Emniyet Hizmeti, the great Emniyet is security, the great security service. That derives from the name of the official name of the Ottoman Empire is Devlet-i Aliye Osmaniye, the sublime Ottoman state. So Aliye means sublime. So the sublime security service. The intelligence apparatus of the state has been in disarray ever since the fall of the Cup and the rogue adventures of Enver Pasha, taking with him a sizable portion of the Teşkilat-ı Mahsusa special organization, whose aim was to instigate Muslim revolts against the imperialist powers to crack down on dissident in the Middle East. The remainder of the force was reorganized by Irade into Aliye Emniyet Hizmeti, Exalted Security Service. Okay, you can call it Exalted as well. Just after the conclusion of the Weltkrieg, a lack of experienced manpower and questionable allegiances of many of its members, however, greatly hindered its performance, and the effectiveness of the force has been abysmal over a decade now. To modernize the corps and make it an effective tool to keep our Arab provinces in check, the Grand Vizier has ordered its complete dismantlement and replacement by a new entity, the Milli Emniyet Hizmeti, National Security Service. Several close friends and associates of the Grand Vizier have, however, urged him to not take such drastic steps, and as remorse of a secret organization aligned to the Frommer Cup within the force have thus far not been quelled, and some fear that should they feel the temperature under their feet rising, they may lash out and tear down all that we have built, wipe it clean, or modernize the existing Aliye Emniyet Hizmeti. Even though I like the name Aliye Emniyet Hizmeti, and I will, by the way, when I create my intelligence agency, will name it Aliye Emniyet Hizmeti, let's just wipe it clean. So. Alright, so let's start. We have a focus to choose, and no, we can't choose. We just have to raise import tariffs. So, to encourage domestic industry and prevent reliance on foreign construction materials and basic consumer goods, the government will raise import tariffs substantially. Although this is a great boon for the nascent Anatolian industry, many in Beirut, Alexandretta, and Haifa fear that this will greatly damage their status as gateways to the Orient. Factory output plus 15%. Mashallah, come on, yalla. So, missing equipment. Even though I don't have a factory to assign to it, I will do this now. So, DDY absorbs the chimneys de fer orientaux. Whatever. The chimneys de fer orientaux have, however you call that, have officially been integrated in the DDY. DDY means Devlet Demir Yolları, which means National State Rail, which means state. Devlet Demir Yolları. No, that means state railways. Demir Yolları means literally steelways, so railways. So it's state railways. Integrated within the DDY, today, after a short round of funding by the government, was able to acquire the last remaining tracks from Austrian and German shareholders in the wake of the Berlin crash. The railway company, which was founded in 1868 to build a railway line connecting Vienna and Constantinople, has had a rough history as various wars, border adjustments, and financial crises left it broken up. Its most famous user, the luxury Orient Express, in the past connected Paris to our grand capital, where it arrived in the Sirkeci terminal. By the way, it's very beautiful building. I recommend visiting the Sirkeci building. In the Sirkeci terminal. The Weld Creek, however, caused great damage to the company as the German Mitropa laid claim to a large portion of its assets in Central and Eastern Europe. Even though the Orient Express still arrives from Strasbourg, no one can deny that the end is nearing for the imperialist grandeur of old. A worthy purchase. By God it is. Alright, so let's get some steel. Because I need to beef up my production, and let's buy it from Bohemia. That's good, because Bohemia basically means Austria. Failed coup in Beijing, I don't really care. Who cares about China? Breed riots in Aleppo. As the economic situation in the realm deteriorates, the Syrian city of Aleppo has once again hit by breed riots. Even though the scope of these riots remain unclear for now, a mob assaulted Christian and Jewish bakeries and flour mills throughout the city. Luckily, the governor was quick to intervene and was able to put the mob down after reinforcements from Anatolia arrived. 8 rioters were shot in the operation, but it seems that no fatalities were reported. Worrying. Unrest in Aleppo will increase. No, I don't want that. Alright, boys and girls. So. Nah, we won't do that. No. I want you to go there. And yeah. So that's good. Basic machine tools. Raise import tariffs and basic machine tools. Let me just do this quickly. I'll explain later why I do that. Paramilitary wing of the SSNP. Although the immediate popular response to Sadeh's party is limited at best, one cannot deny that it hasn't made a deep impression in the political scene of Syria. As opposed to the more traditional aristocratic and oligarchic parties in the cities of Damascus and Aleppo, this new organization has a central directive, a strong political message, and a limited by dedicated core of supporters. Parading through the streets of Beirut, the new paramilitary wing of the party is certainly a sight to behold, as the Orient isn't used to this sort of militaristic and modern display of politics. Most troubling. Oh my. Oh, I don't want that. Minus 16. So, we basically will now rush through the economic measures. So, let's do the Ziraat Bankası credit program. Does not really matter what we do first. It's, well, one is, no, let's restrict the foreign exchange regime. Lack of confidence in the Ottoman government have pushed many investors to selling off their liras in favor of foreign currencies in recent months. To the detriment of its value. By restricting our domestic investors' capacity to sell off their liras, we can strengthen our currency compared to the leading currencies of the world, like the mark. Go on then. Oh, technology. We shall research this. Oh, guys. There's so much to read. My god, this guy has really put a lot of effort into modding the Ottoman Empire. You can tell. It's only May and I'm already recording over an hour. So, increased attacks in the Hijaz. Our momentary weakness is already showing its marks in the Hijaz, where delays in our payments to the tribal leaders has resulted in their retaliation. Caravans and pilgrims on their way to the holy cities are experiencing increased attacks from bandits and deserters. As usual, escorts turn a blind eye. These attacks are causing great damage to the prestige of the Caliph, and it may be best to court the tribes with the little resources we have. Bring gifts, or the Caliph does not bow to some goat herders. Let's send gifts. What's the resistance situation? Oh my. Well, I won't do anything here at this point because I basically want to save up the political power. So, trouble in Fezzan. Fezzan is this area. When Ottoman rule was restored to the Fezzan interior during the middle of the 20s, few accepted it with open arms, and during the subsequent years, the regime in Tripoli decided that maintaining a sizable force in the region would be too costly. Retreating all troops, bar some small garrisons in the urban centers, this has led to an almost entire autonomous position in the local tribes. They remain discontent, however, and influenced by a resurgence of the Senussi sect. Tribes such as the Alet Muhammad have started to show their resistance to the regime more clearly. Raids on Ottoman garrisons, refusal to pay taxes, and to be conscripted have caused drastic issues for the few remaining forces in the region. A military expedition from the coast could restore the order in the region, but with the large economic crisis still reigning, many wonder if it wouldn't be best to withdraw all garrisons and grant the region de facto self-rule in Tripolitania. There is less animus to abandon the region as the valuable date production of Fezzan is essential in a nation with so little rainfall. Send in the troops, or is it worth the price? Of course we send in the troops. Ain't nobody takes a part of my empire. Meanwhile, I can blah blah syndicalists. Meanwhile, I can assign new commanders here. So then restrict foreign exchange regime. Impose quantity restrictions on imports. Oh yeah, this gives plus speed. So whilst the government aims to create a strong local industry, it too often finds itself relying on imported goods from the donor monarchy or the German Empire. Steel machineries, chemicals, etc. all the imported, which makes us not only reliant on those nations, but greatly hampers domestic goods as they can't compete with the cheap export products of larger manufactured abroad. Modify economic depression. We do that. Now, Shukri Pasha gets this one. Then 4 destroyers docked there. Construction 1. Right. So we do concentrated industry. Basically have the choice for dispersed industry or concentrated industry, but I'll do concentrated industry because it gives me more max output and I like that. So this chap, and then Mahmud Muhtar Pasha, he's a sea wolf. He gets the submarines, which will be important in the upcoming struggle. Yo-Yo inspired unrest in Sham. So it does not. The name is not Sam. It's Sham. So this is SH. Should have like a small wrinkle here. Sham. Damascus. So this is Sham. The yo-yo, a bright-colored children's toy which rolls itself up and down a piece of steering held between forefinger and thumb, is causing unrest in the city of Sham. After the city's mufti, the mufti is the greatest religious authorities. Basically, it's like a I don't know whether you can call it a cardinal. It's a I think the same would be a it's not a common priest, but the mufti is like the guy over the imams in the region. So he's like in the region, he's the highest authority. He's the highest local religious authority. So like a I don't have the word for it, so whatever. You know what I mean. So but after the city's mufti has held a furious speech linking the toy to recent drafts in the region and the Black Monday disaster. They say that while the people are praying for rain to come down from above, the yo-yo goes down and before reaching the ground springs up through the subtle pull of the string. Although this explanation for recent misfortune in Syria seems even to conservative citizens completely balloony, the influence held by the Mufti has still forced the governor to consider his opinion, and a heated debate was prompted on the Council of Sham. We must confiscate all yo-yos at once, or this is just an innocent toy. So, by the way, yes, there were religious people saying such stupid things in Turkey in the 20s and 30s. You won't believe it, but yes. The yo-yo thing didn't happen, but other stupid things happened. Anyways, so either confiscated, gain based stability and popularity of social conservatism, or it's just an innocent toy. It is just an innocent toy. Go on. Now, let's dock these in, not in Basra, but alright, impose quantity restrictions on imports. Alright, we've done that. Then we do the Ziraat Bankası. Originally, the brainchild of Mithat Pasha, the Memleket Sandığı, was reorganized into the Ziraat Bankası, which Ziraat means agriculture, so it's the agricultural bank of the Ottoman Empire. It still exists, by the way, the Ziraat Bankası. Also has a branch in London, near Pt.3, it's near the Bank of England. Bank station that would be. So the Memleket Sandığı was reorganized into the Ziraat Bankası in 1888, providing stability and relief for farmers, still the majority of our population. The bank has been greatly expanded over the years. As prices for agricultural goods are in flux, following the collapse of the Ukrainian and German markets, the vast reserves of the bank will be used to fight the crisis. Gain-based stability plus 10%. I like that. So now these guys come to Mecca. Okay, why don't you want to come here? Shandong click. Selim I Airport opened. Located at Habania, just 55 miles west of Baghdad, the name after the infamous Sultan Selim I, the newly created military airport will serve as the center point for Ottoman air operations in Iraq. Adapted from British experiences in the Middle East during the World Krieg, the use of air power in peacekeeping and patrolling the vast lands has seen a rise over the last few years, with an Iraqi flying corps trained at the Flying Academy in Mosul. Utilizing primarily local pilots, it is another step in the Ottoman program to shape the Iraqis as the dominant military power in the Ottoman Mashriq. Splendid. Air experience plus 10. Alright. Well, no. Over here, guys. This chap also. Where are you? Why won't you oh yeah, I have to select you. Sorry. Over here. So what we can do is we can exercise a little bit, can't we? Kumal Khanate declared war on the Xinjiang clique. Yeah, blah blah, something America is far away, don't care. So the Insulta philosophy creation of the national avant-garde, don't care about that, to be honest. So Ziraat Bank as a credit program is also done. Select, where are they? Don't really know, don't really care. But, oh, they're in Tripolitania, I think. So you guys over here, and then start with training. Alright, and then we make you also... well, anyways, just let's do the next focus. So, open the Toprak Mahsulleri Ofisi. By the way, any other focuses are locked? No. No. So, open the Toprak Mahsulleri Ofisi. According to law number 3491, this agency will prevent abnormal decrease of or increasing of the wheat prices against producers and consumers, to protect and regulate the wheat industry, to import or export wheat when necessary, to monitor wheat production trends and market movements in the world, to establishing milling facilities and bakeries in locations to be determined, and to carry on similar tasks. Grants national spirit. Toprak Mahsulleri Ofisi, which grants monthly population plus 20%, stability plus 5%. I like that. Go on. Right, then they are exercising, so he should exercise as well. Is he? Yeah, he's already there. Khalid Bakdash takes over the Arab Syndicalist Party. Oh, you know what? If I could, I'd just hang all of the syndicalists. I mean, not in reality. In game, I would do that. Leaving the nation for the Commune of France in 1930 to avoid prosecution by the then ruling OHF administration, Khalid Bakdash has enjoyed education in the French capital itself, and could be seen amongst many influential leaders in debates concerning the expansion of syndicalism to the Orient. Hell no, you won't. Now that he has returned, it would surprise no one if he were to push a program similar to that which he encountered in France. But local authorities are not really concerned by his presence, as the lacking of any industrial proletariat in the Arab world makes almost any support for syndicalism impossible. Good luck. Oh no, I don't want change in popularity for syndicalism. Shame, that's godless. Okay, let's train this chap as well. Jabal Shamar declared war on Nejd. Ooh, Turkestan declared war on the Kumal Khanate. War on the peninsula. So we will try to intervene. Although it almost never, there's always no success, but anyways, this shall be our first shots to be fired in the game. War on the peninsula. After the Weltkrieg and the victory of our sublime state over the Arab revolt, we reasserted our hold over the tribal hinterlands of the peninsula. The Saudis, having fought against the Porte during the early parts of the war, flipped sides near the end and joined in on the repression of the Hashemites in the Hijaz. Continuous bickering between our two tributaries over complete control of the peninsula, however, never ceased. And ever since the fall of the British Empire in 1925, the Saudis have built up their strength to deliver the death blow to Rashidi-dominated Northern Federation of Emirs, as both sides pledged full allegiance to the Caliphate, and our resources are thinly spread and depleted due to years of war. We have little interest to intervene in the conflict. Tribes in the Hijaz, Ma'an, and those and the House of Al-Sabah in Kuwait, however, are less complacent about the situation and have pledged support to the Rashidis to quell the Wahhabists' plague once and for all. Ottoman gendarmerie in the region have warned us of large groups of young Arab men setting off on horseback into the desert armed to the teeth, and are warning us that we might have issues demobilizing these volunteers should they return, and the flame of Arab independence may continue within these men. It's not like we can't stop them from going away. Anyways. No, we won't stop them. Come on, I don't really care whether Jabba... Or... Should we? Yeah, okay, come on. We will. I will support Jabal Shamar. So, whom do we pick? Let's do Yasin al-Hashimi. By the way, he used to be an Ottoman general. And he stayed loyal until the end of World War I. Good man. So, and so you get out here. Oh no, doesn't make sense. So you come back. So we'll send Yasin al-Hashimi to aid Jabal Shamar. One. And at the same time, we have to help Eastern Turkestan. So we need another group. Let's do... well, no, let's take regular infantry. Where is the first infantry brigade? I can't see it. Okay, then the second infantry brigade will be gone. So... And that shall be Jamil Jahid Pasha. So, send volunteers. Jamil Jahid Pasha. Go on, mate. So, the Marshal holds on. Yeah, Marshal Petain. Don't care. Jabal Shamar allows and Eastern Turkestan as well. So... Right, guys. Let's see what our fleet does. Oh, that's good. They're getting experience. So, our divisions have arrived. In Turkestan as well as in Jabal Shamar. So, reduce the speed to speed 3. Oh, actually, this time, Jabal Shamar might win. Mostly they screw up, but this time, let's see. Alright, mate, you over there. Let's pick a new... well, yeah. Let's start the doctrines. I'll go with Grand Battle Plan Doctrine and I'll tell you why. I won't have the industrial capacity to do mobile warfare. That essentially is I don't have the industrial capacity to support a mechanized army. So I can't it makes no sense for me to do that. Master Sword I don't like. It's a set of mixed stats. I don't like it. And then really it's either superior firepower or grand battle plan. As I won't go into the offensive with huge piles of manpower, but rather stay defensive and outmaneuver my opponents, I'll do grand battle plan. And after a time, so this here would really be if I use large portions of artillery. I don't do that. So I'll do grand battle plan. And I tell you why. I don't have the capacity, I don't have the manpower to have 40 with infantry divisions with, let's say, 2 artillery divisions. Hence, I choose grand battle plan. Yeah, so this is so I can entrench myself against the big powers until I'm a big power myself, and then I'll just screw them with my 40 with tank divisions. So, go on. Alright, boys and girls. So, let's quickly go there. Okay, so so this really poses a threat to us. I have to eliminate this chap, otherwise they'll just push into Arabia from there. So now, I still can't pick any other focus, but anyways, yeah. So it balanced the budget. By the way, the Ottoman Empire is one of the states which recovers most quickly from Black Monday. Yeah, so it's basically 200 to 10 days, and then you're done. So, balance the budget. When the Ottoman Empire collapsed under the strain of the debts it had racked up during the Crimean War, an international organization called the OPDA, Ottoman Public Debt Administration, essentially took over our economy. The disgrace and damage it has caused remains a vibrant memory in the minds of many Turkish economists, who since have sworn to maintain a balanced budget at all cost. Yes. So, economic depression is gone after this. We do that. By the way, the OPDA was controlled, I think the interest of the French were like 70%, of the Germans, and the British it was 15% and 15%, something like that. Was in the 1870s, I think. So that's good. I can destroy him there. How's the situation is good over here. The AI is so fucking stupid. Why is he moving over there? Why? Why? Alright, Mr. Hashimi. Yalla. Ambusher or infantry expert? No, I won't choose at the moment. Sorry. Entrench myself over there. And start to destroy those. And then I think we're done for today, because when this is over, we have reached our 35 minutes, guys. Let me see. Stability of the realm, top-up possibility of economic depression. Well, yeah, then it's gone. That's cool. Armed neutrality, widespread illiteracy, and institutionalized Islam. Oh my. What? You kidding me? Oh, Yasin. What's wrong with you, mate? So, okay, guys, let's call it for this episode. I will I will upload the next episode. I don't know when, but this is it for episode number 3. I wish you all a great day, and we will be back with the war on the Arab Peninsula and the Eastern Turkestani War of Independence. Have a great day.